Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about 5 strategies every contractor needs to be successful, in my opinion anyway. First and foremost, I wanted to talk about time blocking. Using this little thing right here, this computer that we all have in our back pocket all day long, particularly as contractors, to do some time blocking. Time management for a contractor, probably, I've got it first on my list. It's like, what are we doing today? How are we going to do it? And quick story, what thrusted me into time blocking was I was complaining about losing my day, getting my day hijacked all the time. And one day I kind of wrote down a list of things I needed to get done today in no particular order. Took off to try to get them done, and a fire broke out, so to speak, on one of the jobs. I had to go play firefighter, and hard left, spent most of the day doing that. And when I got home that night, I still had done a full day's work. I was exhausted, but I didn't get anything on my list accomplished. And it finally made me, it frustrated me to the point where I said, okay, I need to plan my day. Not just a list of things, but I'm talking blocking out time where I'm going to be. For today, I have a 4-hour block to shoot video for my coaching business, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So it feels good when you can do it. I do have help on the other end, and that's important as well. But I want to talk to you about time blocking for time management and why it works. Here's why it works. Because you learn to say no. Okay, so everything you say yes to means you have to say no to something else. Once you start saying no, it means you can say yes to other things. It lowers stress. I don't wonder what I'm doing today. I know what I'm doing today. And guess what? At the end of the day, it's a lot easier to evaluate my day on whether I got my stuff done than if I was just running around creating chaos, putting out fires, and all of that stuff. So, let's say you block 2 hours in the afternoon for, maybe that's the one time during the day that you get back to all your email, right? I know a guy that would answer email he'd check email from 8 to 8:30 in the morning, and he would check it again at 3:30 to 4, something like that. He wouldn't let the rest of the day get consumed with bling, bling, respond to an email. Now, maybe your business is more quick hit than that. You can't do something like that, but you can put some barriers up, some boundaries to help you. So forgive me if I'm looking at my notes a little bit. You can be more responsive if you're time blocking. People know where you're going to be, and they know when to expect you to be there. It's not like, hey, I'll try to get over sometime today. You're like, nope, I've got you down for 2:30. And then do it, be there. And remember, 5 minutes early is on time's late. That's one of the principles I live by anyway. But try it, start small, like block out 3 priorities for tomorrow. From 11 to noon, I'm doing this. From 2 to 3, I'm doing that. And then if you finish early, then you've got a little extra time to pour into something else. It's going to start showing you how much time you waste as well, and you get a little more granular about where you spend your time and how you spend it. And all of a sudden you find yourself scrolling less. You find yourself, I'm probably too far the other way now, but I got 0 patience for conversations that don't move the needle, right? And I need to relax a little bit, but if somebody's ranting on and rolling on a job site, I'm like, all right, well, hey, I've got a 2:30, I got to roll, okay? Vocalizing where you're supposed to be and when. Hey, I'm fine. I can meet with you at 1:15, but I've got a hard stop at the top of the hour. Those kinds of things. So guard your time. People don't know otherwise. They just might stand in the driveway at a job site and shoot the breeze for an extra 40 minutes because they've got time. Maybe you don't, and you're sitting there going, man, I got to get to my next. And now you're apologizing for being late. Okay, so block your time. Number one way to master your schedule and your priorities. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is master communication. Clear talk means fewer delays. Be specific. Have clear expectations with subcontractors, with customers, with vendors. I know when I'm not doing this well because I get that feeling like, yeah, I think he kind of knew what I was talking. He'll be there. He knew what I was talking about. When all it would take was this. Hey, John, just so that I'm clear, you mentioned you would be there at 8 on Friday, right? Just double checking. Yes, okay. And that when you're there, you're going to pipe up the sink, the dishwasher, the ice maker, the toilet, and the bathroom vanity, correct? Yes, okay, that's clearly communicating versus, hey, when can you get to us? I'll be there Friday. Sounds good, John. And this would be classic Bob. On Monday, I would be pissed that John didn't get there on Friday, when I really didn't impress upon him that it was important, because you can back it up with saying, hey, that's great. I'm glad you'll be wrapped up on Friday because I've got the painter coming in on Monday, or I've got the tile guy coming in on Monday at 8 a.m. So you've kind of set him some boundaries too, and you set the importance for the task. So you might have delays in projects. How often does it happen when somebody doesn't show up, or something just simply takes longer? You know, we're wrapping up insulation on a project today because, hey, they didn't get done Friday. They came in a little bit on Saturday, didn't get there. We appreciate the effort. They needed some time today. We just back up the drywall a little bit. We needed to know that, and we did get informed of that. So, but just be specific, be organized, and also at the end of each day, check in with people, make a record of it. We use JobTread software for our construction management. A lot of you guys that are in contracting that I know do that as well. You can use a daily log. There's a spot on and you can do this in Builder Trend and Co-Construct and all of them as well. Use a daily log. All right, find something that works for you. And set that as the norm. Hey, at the end of each day, if we've got 3 jobs going, there should be 3 daily logs. We did this on the Smith project today. You can talk to text, you can get it in there however you want. You can upload photos, whatever you want. That way, somebody like me that's running the company could get on at the end of the day and say, hey, oh, I see we did this at Smith today. Now if Mr. Smith calls, sure, yeah, we got the heat pumps installed, got a photo right here, I can shoot it over to you. Just being able to stay in communication both as a team and as the contractor will pay big dividends. Again, I can't talk enough good about JobTread software. We use that for all of our budgeting, all of our scheduling, everything that we do with regard to how we run a project. So check it out. I'll put a link in the comments. Communication checklist as part of your employee manual. This is how we communicate here at Turner Builders. This is what we do. This is the expectation. This is the baseline. Why am I saying this? Because I failed miserably at this with other employees, and I couldn't understand why they didn't communicate with me. Well, it was frankly because I didn't require them to and ask them to and make it a condition of their employment. So be very specific about what you're doing and where you're going and how you communicate, and that will help you take control of your business. So structure your day for growth. Success habits. Building success habits. Structure your day for growth. That's what I have written down. Daily success habits. What are they? Do you have a morning routine? Do you hit the snooze button? Are you a guy or a girl that pops out of bed when the alarm goes off? Do you even need an alarm? What do you do when it goes off? I spend some time getting my day organized. I'm writing my blogs, I'm doing my social media, my outreach, and sending out my daily text to my group and all that jazz. Those are things I do every single day that set me up for success. I wrote down a solid morning routine sets the tone for your day. Take 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes to pour into you at the beginning of the day, you're doing it wrong. Maybe that's when you get your workout in. I find I have to get my stuff in the early part of the day, or it doesn't happen. Because what happens when a fire starts, right? First thing that goes out the window is your workout, or the stuff for you. Well, I guess I won't do that today. I won't work on me today. I've got this other stuff that's more important. So, structure your day for growth. Systemize your business, work harder, not smarter is my next one, number 4. If you're always putting out fires, you don't have systems, okay? And you don't have a business, you've got a job. I know somebody that anytime they would do one task, if they did something once, they would write the process down and they would develop a process for it. That's going to the nth degree, but if you've got something you find yourself doing repetitively, write a process for it. Put some hacks in place, make some folders you can go to for things and grab it. Client onboarding, for instance. How do you onboard clients? And because you may not be the one that's always doing that and you'd like to unload that at some point. Maybe we write that down. Use AI, Chat GPT to help you. Hey, I would like to write an onboarding process for my 5-year-old general contracting business here in Iowa, and we currently have 4 employees. Here are the things that I want taken care of when we onboard, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, write it down, make a great prompt. Hey, as an onboarding expert in the corporate world, please type me an onboarding process, blah, 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 blah. There's all kinds of ways you can do that. And I'll talk about AI at some point someday when I know more about it. But I can tell you, I'm using it for a lot of things. You can write a whole employee handbook with AI and then run it by your attorney. So step-by-step stuff. Yeah, the smarter, not harder thing. My mom always says do the worst first, right? Take that task in the day or in the week that you know is just going to be living up here and renting space in your head. Take that task and do it first. Do the worst first. Pick the hardest things and get them out of the way. Smooth sailing after that, right? After that, everything you do is going to be theoretically easier or rent less space in your head. So do the worst first. The last one, build some mental resilience. I talked about this in my last video. You got to thrive under pressure in the contracting business, guys. There's some things here that happen that are just always going to be there. You're always going to have customers that want a pound of flesh out of you at the end of the job if you're not doing things right. They're going to be involved. And I know, I'm sure you can attest to this, is that when I first started, nobody worked at home. Okay, we would have, if we were doing a renovation, we would have the house to ourselves for the day. Now you've typically got one or maybe even both people, both owners, if it's a marriage, spouses, whatever, home, and they want to see what's going on. They're around and they're watching what you do. How you deal with that might determine how much stress you have on a daily basis, but it's just going to be part of what's going on. That's not changing. You can thank COVID for that. You got to build some mental resilience. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to your own health. Joe's six-pack in the contracting world means the guy that's sitting at the end of the bar having a few drinks at the end of each day, right? How about be Joe six-pack and be going to CrossFit or be doing 75 hard? Be that guy that they look at that walks down their driveway that's in shape. It looks like he runs races on the weekend. Having good nutrition, getting good sleep, drinking lots of water, all the stuff. 5 minutes or so in the morning of your own mental health routine, deep breathing, meditation, gratitude, all that stuff that I always say sounds woo-woo, but it works. It's just a few minutes of you taking care of you. Just set yourself up a mindfulness practice, if you will. And maybe it's just in your truck when you're driving down the road. Or maybe it's that you listen to the Ed Milet podcast or Lewis Howes or something like that, where you're just saying, hey, this is my time where I'm just getting a little bit better at being me. So just taking control of your business and life on a daily basis, guys, will help you become a better contractor. And it'll also preserve your life outside of contracting, okay? Because how many times they say that when you trade your 9 to 5 for your own business, you've traded your 9 to 5 for a 24/7. And so you have for the privilege to start and own and operate your own business, you now have this thing that rents space between your ears 24/7. It might cost you sleep. It might cost you relationships. It's certainly going to cost you some weekends, okay? But how you protect your time, how you control the input, what you're allowing in, what you set up for boundaries, how you build your mental resistance, how you take care of yourself, how you plan your time, are all going to impact how you do on a daily, weekly, annual basis with your contracting business. So that's what I've got, guys, for the strategies. Download the free checklist. I'll put it in the comments below. I'm trying to do that with each video now. I hope you find that of value. Please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. I'm trying to increase that. And, hop in our Summit Facebook group. Check out our Edge school community. All of those things are great places to land if you're a contractor and you're looking to improve, looking to get with a community of people that are all pulling on the same end of the rope and they all want to help you win. All right, thanks guys, I'm out. Take care.